Good morning. It's your local gremlin coming to say hello. What's up? How we doing? How are we doing today? So, for the record, Mr. Quiv can verify this.
Why do you win?
That's fair.
I got a 2, a 4,
I'm
a
not
10,
tired.
an 8,
However,
and a
this
6.
I don't understand. Why do you win?
Because I win.
What's the name of that game,
Can't even
anyways?
see it in person. What's up, Amari? Can't even see it in person. My camera is doing me dirty. I feel okay today. I fell asleep at like 2 and woke up at 8. So, you know, I woke up. I've been working on this jellyfish thing for my niece. She wants it as a little fidget toy thing. Yes, she does. Don't tell me no. Are you coming to say hello? Nice. I have ice. Ugh. I have a little ice. I'm getting to why you can't see it right now. I will share the pattern though, so you can see what the pattern I'm using is. That I'm not. And the issue I had is not a pattern issue. This is the pattern I'm using to make it. She wants it as a little fidget thing because she's going to be a senior this year. So she wants to be able to play with it in class. That's a free pattern. So if you crochet and you're looking for a little amigurumi free pattern, there you go. That's for you. But I've been using my yarn. She wants it purple, blue, and pink. So we have my purple. This is as far as we are right now. We're on row 8. However, I was making this. I was done with the head. I was on like the last row of the head. And I'm going and I'm going. And then I notice all the way when I'm almost done with this purple fucking head, this yarn that I had a split. 2 of the strands were cut right in half. So I had to undo all of it and start all over. And like, when I tell you, Vicky will understand this in a second when I show you. When I tell you I was already this far in, before this appeared, this weird little cut at the end that you can't even see on camera, I was very agitated. If you do any sort of string work, yarn work, you know. So I didn't touch it for a couple of days because I was like, I'm not fucking with that right now. I don't feel like it. So this is what I did this morning. I got to row 8 again this morning. So it's not like a hard one. I have done the magic knot. I actually like the magic knot. The issue is I can't find my good crochet supplies. I found my little this, which is just a little travel bag. And I found my little thing of the hooks that I use often. But I can't find my safety eyes, which I have like a whole container of them. Yeah. Well, the issue with this is this yarn, is older than dirt. Now it's acrylic, so it shouldn't matter. It should never break down, but it has been in my basement. It's been in like the good room, and we have the good room and the bad room. The bad room is the one that floods. The good room is the one with the laundry in it. And then we have my old stream room, which is just storage. But this was in the good room, and I don't know why. But like when I rewind my yarn, I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm not like inspecting as I go. I'm just like watching TV, rewinding my yarn balls. So, but yeah, I can't find my safety eyes, which I need for this. I can't find my yarn winder. I can't find my yarn needles, which I will also need if I can't find my safety hooks, because I have to put eyes, cheeks, and a mouth on it. So like, I figure if I can get the base of it done. I did find my polyfill, brand new, unopened in my garage. I don't need, that is 10 pounds of polyfill. I need like this much, but that's what I have. Can you tell what I make the most of? Because I'll go through that 10-pound box when I start going, and I'm about, yeah. When I start going again, which we're about to start doing, that'll be gone quickly. So, speaking of crochet, I have a question for y'all. I know some of us in here do embroidery, crochet, knit, things of that nature. But as one who crochets, if I wanted to do a dedicated day where we do a little crochet thing and I post in the Discord, I would make a little thing about it. Yo, Vicky already knows where I'm going. If I post the pattern I'm going to use in the Discord and we start simple, and that way you guys have, you know, a week to get if you want to crochet along, you have the time to get the yarn and the crochet hook and stuff. It is not a cheap hobby in the sense that it's free, right? It does take money to get started, but if you have an extra $15, you could probably get a skein of any color yarn. And I personally don't know how to knit. My mom can do both, but I learned to crochet from my grandma. Yeah, in my opinion, knitting is harder because if you drop a stitch in knitting, you don't always catch it right away. And by the time you catch it, it's really hard to fix. Personally, do I want to learn how to knit? Yes. Do I have knitting needles? Yes. Do I get frustrated because there's a lot of back and forth and counting? And exactly, I have not been successful in learning how to knit. That doesn't mean that it's hard for you. It's not easy for me. You can crochet with your finger. I'm not even kidding you. Your finger and some string. Yeah, exactly. If you're into math and counting and like all of that, knitting could be for you. I mean, even with crochet, I make sure we have stitch markers, which is what this little white thing is. That just lets me know where the end of this row is because I'm working it around. And I also have a counter for how many rows I'm on. So for this pattern, I'm on row 8 because I don't like math and I will lose track if I try to keep it in my head. So I just mark everything. That's what works for me. But yeah, so for me, crochet is easier. I always check Walmart's clearance section. These are a little older. I got these probably 2 months ago, but I mean, this whole set of hooks was $5. The only issue with this set of hooks is they tell you what they are on the back in order, but nowhere on this hook is the size marked. I should do a lot of things when it comes to crochet. Here's the thing, I agree. I agree. So for this one, I know this is the only one out and I know it's a G hook. So I wrote it very, very as well as I could on the bottom. It looks like a number 6, but that's my G hook here. So, but yeah, if we want to do that, I'm thinking because I am somebody who needs somebody to work with when I'm doing things. Crochet is not a big deal. I can throw up a Twitch stream. But I think for the majority of the rest of the month, starting next week, we are going to throw in some sewing streams because I need to do my Ren Fair costume. And he's looking at going on August 16th. Haven't even started mine. So we might be doing some of that. But we could do a dedicated arts and crafts day. I'm cool with that. I like arts and crafts. There's a lot of things I need to do. So if you want to learn how to sew, I used to sew really well. I am shit at it now. Okay. I always had somebody I could ask questions to, but I don't have anybody up here that knows how to sew that I can ask questions to. So, but yeah, maybe once a week we do a crafting stream. We can learn to crochet. We can learn to sew. We can do those things. But yeah, if you're interested in that, we are going to do that. Yeah, I don't make things for Christmas presents anymore. The only people who get things for me are my nieces and nephews. And at this point, I only make it for them when they ask for it because their mama asks for a lot of things. And I have zero issues making those kids anything they want. None at all. But I want to make sure it's something they want and not something their mama saw on Pinterest and was like, that's cute, make it for my kid. Because she's done that before. And I'll make it, and then I'll give it to the kid, and the kid's like, what is this for? Ask your mother, all right? Ask your mother. So this one, she specifically asked for, she even told me what she wanted. She said, can you make me a small jellyfish that's this big that I can play with the tentacles in class and it not make noise? And I said, okay. So that's what we did. Making things for people is my love language. But like I said, I want to make sure it's what they want and not just something that their mama wants them to have. Hello, Ruckus, how are you? We just getting started. So far, so good. And I'm landscaping in the Sims today, which is one of my favorite things to do. I think it's gonna be a pretty decent day. I do. What's up, Ava? I'm not picking you up. I have learned that this material and y'all's claws does not get along. Sorry, respectfully. I love you. Who's in my window? Oh, Arthas. So, yeah. And then the other thing I'm thinking of doing is making little crochet keychains. Just simple ones, and then having them be like a channel point redeem for, and they won't be a cheap channel point redeem. They would be like 250,000 or 500,000. They would be a lot, because they take time to make and they aren't free for you, or for me, they would be free for you. But we find a design that we all like, and then I just make a bunch of them over time, and you redeem them, and I could mail them to you, but you would have to be comfortable with me having your mailing address, or if you have a PO box or whatever. That's all. And that's where those get a little. I'm holding. Everybody hold. I'm holding. I'm actually not holding anything, as you can see. Oh Lord. There we go. I love you guys so much. I love you guys so much. I will never get over the fact that the one thing you have all latched onto is frog butts. I said it as a one-off. It just came out of my mouth that day, and that's the thing. That's the thing that you guys have latched onto. So that's just what we're gonna embrace it. Yeah, I love an infinity scarf though. My nose is dripping. Hold on, I gotta hide. Can't see me digging in my nose, okay? I said it as a one-off. It's in my raid video. I said I can't wait to be old so I can have frog butts and leggings for the rest of my life. Or something very similar to that. It's a quote in the stream as well. And that one line, that's why we have a frog butt raid message. That's the one thing they've latched onto. Frog butt emote. So, frog butts it is. If that's what the people want, that's what the people get. I'm not mad at it. I just think it's funny. Of all of the things that I have said, of all of the things I've said, that's not even the right quote. You know what I mean? Like, that's what y'all have decided we're all about. So that's what we're about now. If we just do butt, is it in there? Oh, I actually have to, I almost just did it as a command. Nope, it's not. I don't like that it does the first ones that you've said, the most recent ones first, because that is not what I want. There you go. It's quote number 111. The fact that you know that is wild to me. And that quote was quoted. Hello, that's not what I want to do. August 29th of 2023. Oh, you did find it. You did. August 29th. We're coming up on Enjoy Your Lurk, Butterfly. We're coming on 2 years. And I think that's just what it is. No, you're fine. I saw that, but I think I saw your first one and just assumed that was the one you were talking about. So that's my bad. All right, so my favorite day in any build is landscaping day. So what I think you can see, I've been playing a little bit with terrain paint here. Hello, please. I think what I'm gonna do, because we already know the rough build here, is I'm going to take this and do grass lines, because I feel like this house would absolutely have grass. Tell me I'm wrong. But my thing is, I don't like this color. And then you have this color. So I'm only going to do a couple and see how I really feel about it. Okay? If you ever see me type in a chat and it's any combination of ASWD or the letter G, just know I was trying to move my camera or turn the grid off in The Sims and I was in somebody's chat. All right? Anytime you see that from me, that's exactly what just happened. Because I almost just typed Sasa in the chat. All right, we're going with the group consensus here. Do we do the yard lines? We will still put it's just gonna be a lot of like terrain paint. I don't need to do much terrain manipulation, but it is a lot of terrain painting. You know what? I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I did almost type salsa in the chat, just like that. All right, you guys get to watch me do terrain paint now for 4 whole hours. It won't be 4 hours of terrain paint. I say we get terrain painting done in an hour. Depends on how often I stop to bump my gums. I do too, but like looking at this specific house, especially compared to next door, this house would have yard lines. It would. This one, not so much, because it's most of the lot's taken up. But this house, yard lines. Yard lines for sure. All right, and then I don't need to do that, but I need to go here. Don't tell me what I can do, game. I'm tired of this. It's like you have limitations or something. And yes, I am carrying them all the way to the back of the yard. 2, 2. On the plus side, that's it. That's all I can say about this. On the plus side, I'm making you all suffer through this with me. But I would have done this by myself. I started making my very first werewolf last night. That wasn't even intentional. That's just the way it came out of my mouth. So I'm excited to finish her too. I don't know how fancy we're gonna get with her, but I'm doing a secondary save file just for me because I just like to build houses in Sims. I don't really want to play the game. So I've just been making houses in Sims for that. Haven't done any gameplay in it. I tried making a s'mores coffee this morning. Because I have like s'more syrup, but I also have chocolate syrup. You were up here and you walked away. Don't sass me. And I also have marshmallow syrup. And it's not bad, but it's not what I wanted. It's not what I expected it to be, you know? Arthas Bartholomew. Ugh! What do you need? What's up? How are you? I know, you're a little baby. I know. Stop. Stop. Oh. Okay. Also, I proved to Mr. Quibb last night. You're so pathetic. You are the most pathetic cat I've ever met in my life. That it doesn't matter where I'm sitting or how I'm sitting. If Aries has the opportunity to put his butt anywhere near my face, he's going to. I was sitting on the floor last night because he was rubbing. I have this weird thing going on with this shoulder. Like underneath my shoulder blade, there's just like a golf ball size thing that bothers me. Very good. Sir! That was aggressive. It didn't hurt. Yes, I see you. I know you exist. But I'm sitting on the floor. He's sitting up on the beanbag. And Aries will find any chance he can to put his butt on my head, man. He didn't believe me. And then it happened like 4 times. Every time he would change positions or I would change positions, Aries would also change positions just to put his butt on my head. I know. Guys, I need you to get you a person who looks at you like this cat looks at me, okay? Except when you do that, let me go. If they have it in, why? In caffeine free, I can have it. You thought you was about to do it again. I know. No, this one is just Folgers Instant Decaf Fix. Can we just get along? Could you just not bite me today? Again, they don't hurt. It's his affection thing. He's a biter. What can I say? He apparently needs attention. But yeah, it's that with sugar-free s'mores syrup, chocolate syrup, and graham cracker syrup. I could have put vanilla in there too, but like that's a lot of syrups. And a protein shake. Are we good? Can I go back to what I'm? Nope. Okay. I'm being held hostage. Please hold. Stop it. You need to get brushed too. The boys don't like to be brushed. We can brush the girls out. We brush the girls out every day. You go to brush Aries, like if this is his back, he will like completely drop down from the brush, and I'm just like, you're a little shit. He's the one that needs it the most. 90% of the fur in this house is Aries fur, but you try to touch him with that, it's not happening. He is getting as far away from you as he can. I now have cat fur flying around my room. I do have this a little soft on the edges still. It's not a lot soft, but it's still a little soft. So when you overlap, it's not too bad. Boring doesn't mean bad. Yeah, boring doesn't mean bad. I would rather have a boring cup of coffee every day and be happy than a fancy cup of coffee every day and not be thrilled with what I had. And it's nice that you save fancy for things like camping, because that gives you just a little something extra to look forward to. Just a smidge. And sometimes that's what you need. You guys didn't know we were doing a Can Quiv Stay in the Lines challenge today with her shaky ass hand. I don't know how I hit any shots in Fortnite because I can't stay in the straight fucking lines on the game. I even have guides. I don't think you all realize how much I have to concentrate on this. That's why I stopped talking, you know? Okay, I don't know how to undo that. Hello, party, how are you? Sorry, do you know how to undo that? No, I've never had a percolator. I've always done, I'm trying to fix that, Smarmy, I swear. She said this is my first summer with my Maine Coon baby. I'm getting husky owner summer flashbacks. Yeah. But it auto blocked her because of the second part of Maine Coon. And I don't know how to like. I'm the worst streamer ever. Can I just? How do I fix it? To allow. Do I have to go in mod view? Sars told me how to do this as a streamer before, and I don't know how to go in mod view as a streamer. It was Smarmy. She got caught with auto mod. just sitting here because I don't know what to do. I'm gonna share my, again, I don't care. Nothing inappropriate was said. Let me show you what I see on my end. I don't know how to get into mod view, but you see it like auto modded this message, which is not a big, there you go. Main trash panda it is. I just don't know how to go in. I don't know how to, is it in here? My editor stuff. See it in, is it like this? No, I don't know how to do it. Sorry. I am indeed the worst streamer. I have things like that. I cannot. Oh, okay. Well, that's unfortunate. Hopefully it's not too broken. I just almost typed "saw" in the chat again, you know? I want this to... Oh! Ooh, hold on. No, I don't want that green. I want this green. I thought about it. Almost for too long. Okay. Now we do this row. It might be... I don't know. It might be a setting I just have to change on my end. Because, like, obviously, when you stream, you put certain words in that are blocked, you know, because you don't want them said in your chat. And that is probably one of the words I have blocked for valid reason. And I just don't know how to, like, allow it in that context. So that could be something, like, I actually have to fix on my end. I just don't know how or where to do that. Like I said, Sar has showed me several times how to get into mod view on my end. Do I remember? No. And personally, I feel like as a streamer, I shouldn't have to go into mod view in my own chat. I should just be in mod view in my own chat, you know? And again, maybe that's just something I'm doing wrong. Very, very real probability. It is me. That's not the green I want. That's fair. All of my cats are little hood rat, or not hood rats, little street rat cats. I got little street rat cats, man. Arthur's might be a hood rat, I don't know. But they all came from the shelter or the street. The only trash panda-esque cat I have is Aries, and that's just because he likes to eat anything he finds on the floor. He doesn't get into the trash. Like I have two trash cans in here actually. I have a big one and a small one. Don't ask. One is for I said don't ask, and then I'm gonna explain it anyway. One is for when I'm doing arts and crafts, and the other is when I'm snacking at my desk. But he doesn't, like, they don't get into them. But if there is anything on the floor for him, it's fair game. Everybody else will like sniff it, see what's up. He's like, oh, piece of candy. Doesn't matter what it is. Does not matter what it is. If I had to say any of my cats were little hood cats, it would be Arthur's. He's very sweet with the people who wants to be sweet with, but he will absolutely try and whoop every cat's ass in this house. And the thing is, my other cats, they're just too old to care. They're gonna run away from him. When I say he's 3, but like the girls are 5 and Aries is like 7, so they don't want to play with him like that. And I explained that to somebody, and they're like, why would you have it? First of all, Arthas was not a choice. So, if he was, he wouldn't be here respectfully. I love that little butt face, but he was not one that I was actively seeking out, you know? I was good with the cat. All of my cats are lazy little cats, and that's what I wanted. Arthas, not a lazy little cat, man. Okay. That works. We'll get there. Right? That's fair. That's fair. My tummy, I'm not gonna lie, my tummy is a little upset and I don't know why. I didn't have anything out of the ordinary today. Everything I've had is something I would normally have. My little protein cereal for breakfast. My meds have been taken for a while, but my tummy is like not loving life right now. We found this Premier protein cereal. It's not bad. The texture is mid at best, but the flavors, it reminds me of a very, very cheap knockoff of like chocolate frosted flakes. That is a very cheap knockoff. Like the chocolate flavor itself, I like it enough, don't get me wrong. I'm not over here shit talking this cereal. I am a little bit, but I'm not like trying to shit talk the cereal. I genuinely have it every day for breakfast. It could be better. I do like the Ghost cereal, the Ghost protein cereal. If you find that, the thing is that one is like $9 a box. The Premier is still not cheap. It's still like $6 a box. But I cannot justify $9 a box. We happened to catch it on a really good deal when we first got it. And by really good deal, I mean it was $2 a box. That's good for any cereal, let alone a protein cereal. And they were only on that sale because of the store we normally go to quit carrying it. Unfortunately, oh Lord, this looks like Dookie. Y'all are letting me do this and thinking I let it. You know what I need to do? You know what I need to do? I figured out how to do this. We do this, we do this, we do this. There will be no little brown lines. Right? Everything is all one color now. Yeah. Okay. All of this is done now. And then you take your darker green and you put this back down where you had it. You know, turn your grid on. And then you only have to worry about this green lining up everything. Because you can't fuck up something that's already there, right? We'll see. I mean, I can and will. But man, I have the shakiest fucking hands. And this is why I don't throw darts, people. I mean, it's a yard. It's not going to be, like, perfect, but, like, we do need terrain paint stencils. I just want it to look decent, okay? And then this one goes here. So here's, if you play Sims and you're like, fuck terrain paint, it's not worth it. I humbly disagree. And I'm very, very sparsely humbly disagree. I'm almost disrespectfully disagree. Terrain paint makes a big difference. It is a pain in the ass though, because if you use terrain paint in The Sims, you know that The Sims likes to just delete it. I am genuinely surprised that the first thing I put down on this build was terrain paint, and it was still here when we came back to it. Okay? That's shocking. Terrain paint, I like using terrain paint. It can be a very tedious process when you're trying to do stuff like this. But don't let that deter you. I mean, you can already see the difference it makes in the build. Just right there. I don't think you all understand how excited I am for landscaping. I'm gonna get a chair that I can sit in however I want, man. Cause I love this chair. It's relative. I don't love this chair. It's relatively comfortable, but I've gotten to the point in weight loss, and this is not a brag in any way, shape, or form, that I can now almost sit crisscross in this chair, and it's a problem because that's my favorite way to sit. I sit on my legs all the time, which is why like my knees hurt and my ankles hurt, but I need a chair that will accommodate that. But those shits is expensive. Yeah, we were playing, I'm pretty sure we were playing Fortnite last night, or the other night. It wasn't last night, it was the last time we were all playing Fortnite. And I had somehow at some point tucked both of my feet up on this chair. I'm doing great, Lucy. How are you? You're doing great too. I'm glad the cats are okay. Yeah, I can sit crisscross in this chair, but I don't want to sit crisscross in this chair. I might add it to Throne. I probably will add it to Throne. Do not take that as me saying, y'all get me this chair. That's just where I put things that I like. Because if you didn't know, Throne, a lot of it, they just use Amazon, but they're going to hike up the price for shipping and stuff because they're middlemanning it. So you don't have to give your address. Like Throne has my address and Throne has your address, but you don't have my address and I don't have your address. And that's what you're paying the extra for with Throne, unfortunately. I really thought about doing an Amazon wish list, but we tried one of those and I could not figure out how to keep it from showing my name or address. And I don't know. Like, maybe you guys having my name and address is not the best idea. I'm not saying anybody here would do anything malicious, but you never know. You never know people like that, man. That's why whenever I notice something like that, like with PayPal, I bring it up because I don't think people realize when you donate to me, I don't see your address, but I do see your name. And I don't know how to fix that in PayPal. On the plus side, I don't know any of your names, so I don't know who it is unless you say I did this. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's a little scary out there. That's why I use the phone. I told you your name is Janice. We've already figured your name out. It's Janice. I do know your name. Vicky was just to throw us off. Yeah, and that's fair. If they're comfortable, that's fine. The thing is, nobody else can see that information. Right? So, like, if Sar donates and then Vicky donates, it doesn't show Vicky Sar's information or vice versa. It just shows me. So I know that there has been at least one person that has donated who had never shared their real name with me. And I just let them know it was there. They weren't upset that I had their name, but they were like, oh, I didn't know it showed that. I was like, yeah, just because like me, they're trying. So Natalie, interesting. I don't hate it, but that is not, it's not like me. I like it. I could be Natalie. And my alter ego instead of Quiv is Natalia. That's fine. I came up with Janice. I'll be the Natalie to your Janice. That's fine. I'm in. If I can make up a name for you, you can make up a name for me. Are you gonna try and do a difficult build? Or or is the build you're doing difficult? Or do you think this build is difficult? I'm not gonna lie, this build was a little difficult. My thing is, like, if you feel like comfortable telling me your name, cool. I'm probably not telling you mine back. Respectfully, I'm probably not. I think outside of the Betsy's, only 2 other people on Twitch know my actual name. And it is. It's like, I'm like Rumpelstiltskin, man. That's fine, Lynn. I call you exactly what y'all want to be called. If somebody came in here and said their username was like, my actual name is Janine, and they said, I would like for you to call me Shitterbox McOverlord, I'm gonna call you Shitterbox McOverlord if that's what makes you happy, you know? Let's go. It is hard to think up random ass names on the spot, by the way. I always somehow end up biblical or old. That's fair. My name is Quiv. That's my name. I promise you, I have answered to Quiv more than any other name in my life. My mom has called me Quiv more than she has called me my actual name. Yours is also listed, I'm pretty sure, in your About Me. No, I won't. Respectfully. Respectfully, I will not. Yes. Yeah, but see, that's the thing. You get just enough. People can find a lot of shit with just a little info. And I'm good. I'm good. I am the Gucciest of gangs, as one would say. See how much easier that was when we painted the whole fucking thing one color and only had to go back in? That's crazy. It looks so nice. Okay. Sometimes you gotta hype yourself up, you know? Oh, I know what song I want to hear, and this song reminded me of it. Where's Allie? She's gonna like this song too. Allie! Allie! Oh, I put the song on so she could dance with us. I don't think you understand. When I'm by myself, this song, if I start with the song, you'll hear the playlist. I will have this very loud in my ears. I'm just vibing that the song brings me joy. If there's a song y'all want to hear, feel free to throw it out there. I have no qualms bouncing around music genres. That's fantastic. Papples it is. Wow. All right, let's turn on our live edit and debug. So here's the thing about with me when I do landscaping, because somebody said, show us how you landscape. I can walk you through my process and show you how I do it. Well, apparently SpongeBob has her in his grips. She's gonna want to be him for as long as she doesn't do the sexy Patrick for Halloween one year. You're cool. Hey, listen, that means your day is almost done. I too would be slacking. So here's what I do when I personally landscape. Because this is a base game world, there you go. I will look up just base game. I will pull out stuff that's already in the environment. So I'm gonna find these ferns. Those are gonna come out. I think those ferns are in bushes. And I think we have the single ones of those ferns there too, but it's these, and then we need the single. We also have some grass and some trees. We have these low-lying bushes, which do exist in debug. I thought we had a single one of those fucking ferns in debug. I know we do because I've used it before. Exactly. 7 minutes down, or 7 minutes to go. I was watching Max Velocity last night. Yeah, so these are the same bushes, so I'm gonna grab that. We may not use that, but I'm gonna grab the things that I see in the environment already. I feel like they would have something like this, but I'm not gonna commit to those yet. There's a reason. But I grab one thing from each category. We've already got these, but that's just because that's what's fancy in here. I'm gonna look, and we have a lot of these trees and these trees. So I'm gonna find those trees. This is a small one of those little trees. That is not the right tree. That is, I'm gonna put that over here. And then I'm gonna pick one pack, stuff pack, whatever the case may be, or two. I'm gonna pick 1 or 2 packs, and those are the only plants I'm gonna use. So from base game, I'm gonna go to cats and dogs because I know I want the hydrangea from there, or the hosta. So I'm gonna grab the hosta plant, and I'm gonna pick one other pack. For me, that's gonna be romantic garden. Is that a stuff pack? I'm pretty sure it is. Because I want to use these flowers in this build. This is all of the landscaping items I'm gonna use. Yeah, I love watching Max Velocity. I was watching him last night because, you know, severe thunderstorm threats and whatever. And I came up here and I went back down, and I was like, oh, he's still live because we watch him on YouTube. No, he got me with his little thumbnail, and it said live in the corner and live in the bottom, and it was done in such a way that I thought he was still live. He wasn't. He wasn't. Good job, good sir. You got me. And then I'm just going to start placing stuff down. I normally do kind of like a space at a time. So I'm gonna like put these here, and then find out where else I want to put these, because these won't be like all over. I feel like they would have a pretty symmetrical like garden situation going on here. And I know I also kind of want a curved situation going on up here. So that's where I'm going to put those. This tree, come here. You're in my way, first off. But I do want a big tree in the backyard. And like actually in the yard. I'll put that there. I don't care that they're kissing. Does not matter to me. A single fuck could not have been given. And then I'm gonna grab, I might do, actually, yeah. I don't think I'm gonna use this tree. The only other place I would use this tree is maybe like here. This isn't the same tree. This is such a silly thing to notice. This has the white trunk and this has a brown trunk. They're not the same tree. And I need them to be the same tree. I could never be a storm chaser. Sorry if you've seen my reaction just being in a car in rain on the highway, okay? I could never chase a storm. Couldn't happen. These are the trees that are out front. Maybe we put this here. So that looks fine. I think just that tree there. So we have these bushes. These I'm actually going to take around the back and side along the fence line here. So we're just going to shift and place and alt and all of those things at the same time. Now, people will tell you to rotate and do all of these things. I don't disagree with that if I rotate this and I put it back. But with the shape of this bush being the shape that it is, I don't think it makes like a massively noticeable difference. I could be wrong. You guys could be like, bitch, you're blind. I am. You're correct. But I just plop them all down here. Make sure they're not coming through my fence. I gotta be careful because I don't know how far out it'll let me go. We'll cover that. It's fine. We'll cover it. Go there. Yeah, I won't cover it. So let me like pull that out. There we go. So from here, I would like this fence to be here. But I don't think it's gonna work. I think we're gonna have to path it this way so I can turn this little spot into a little garden too. The other thing I can do here is pull this out one more. Maybe two more. Because I want the pool to be a little bigger. I know this isn't landscaping, but like this will affect the landscaping. Yes. Yes, okay. That's what we're gonna do. That's what we'll do. There is something that can be home there. Normally that's true, but I have better build by, so I can kind of cheat that a little bit. And I have to like, yeah. It is not outside the boundary of the lot. You're outside the boundary of the lot. If I spin that camera too fast for you, I'm so sorry. Like I said, I know how that feels. Absolutely been there. Alright, nothing is in. Maybe move that up a little bit. Oh, that's not cool. I'm sorry. That sucks. I need to move this tree. I know where it's going. I'm just gonna get it out of my way while I place it. Hello, tree? While I place other stuff. But speaking of PlayStation, this is so... I'm about to switch gears real fucking hard, just so you guys know. The only correlation is PlayStation. If you play Fortnite, there is a PlayStation exclusive skin. If you have a PlayStation account, you just need to log in with it. You get the Sage skin. I will be doing that later. I sure will. I haven't actually done it yet. But yeah, if you have a PlayStation account and you log in to PlayStation, you can get a free skin. From what I've seen. If that's not true, blame TikTok. Because it's their fault. They lied to me. to start in a minute. We're just going to do what we did yesterday, where I will throw up Gartic, but my gameplay will still continue in the lower left-hand corner, and I won't mute my mic. That way, if you want to play Gartic, you are absolutely free to play Gartic. But if you also want to still see what's going on, if you are subbed and don't get ads, you have that option too. So we'll be right back. See, I'm still here for now. But we can do this. But we can do this. All right. All right. I like the rounded edge that gave. Can I do that same thing here? Yes, I can. Beautiful. Alright, grab this. This is what we're using. I don't know where it's... Okay, I was gonna say, I don't know exactly where it's pulling. I feel like I'm inching further and further from the wall here. Why? Because I have no depth perception. All right. I have the windows open today. It's so nice outside. It is still 80% humidity. Don't get me wrong. But it is like 70 degrees. Alright, and then I can close this. Can I show this little guy back in the corner so it's like this? A little bit. Ooh, too far back on this one. Okay, I'm gonna put my tree back. So we are 3 items deep in landscaping, and it already looks, well, 4 because of this. It already is starting looking really good. It's starting to look real good. All right, we're gonna grab this hosta. And the beautiful thing about plants, don't forget you can size them up and down. And if you think a hosta can't be this big, you're a liar, because I had some this big in my yard last year. And then we dug them out. I think I'm gonna have to get one more gardening item. I think I'm gonna have to get like a bush. Like a small bush. Okay, we have low-lying pale yellow flowers. We have this little flower cluster. This, but like size down. I just need a little. Let me look at shrubbery. This is base game. That is not what I want. We might do hydrangeas. Hydrangeas are almost always a safe bet. So there it is. It just needs to be a little bit of a filler. Just needs to be a bit of a filler. So we have base game. These are from Romantic Garden. These are from base game. And then cats and dogs. So, and then a couple of trees. But as far as like what I'm going to use for majority of the landscaping flower wise is this right here. And it's actually just going to be these 4 items here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Over and over and over again. Ad nauseum. So I'm going to grab... I haven't done coloring yet, obviously. I just want to get them set up the way I like it. I like it, girl. Don't you know I like it? This is where it's going to get a little weird. Just a smidge of Ruby. Yes, like so. What's up, cutie? How you doing? How are we, cutie? I don't want that to be such a harsh, like, 90 degrees. I mean, it's gonna be kind of regardless, but that just looks like a good old 90-degree angle, you know? Do a hosta down here. We'll, like, pop one here. Grab the little guy. That is not the little guy. Nice. What you making for lunch? I'm always just nosy. Don't ever feel like you have to tell me what you're having for lunch. I'm just, I am just nosy. You know, don't I know, it doesn't matter if it's healthy or not. If you're fed, I'm happy. And a lot of y'all forget to eat, so eat. Please go eat. No, I think that is just fine as a meal. I'm gonna get this and size it down because I need just a little more variety in here, and this will give that to me without having to pull out another plant. I need some ground coverage, you know? I don't care if it's quote-unquote unhealthy. Please eat. Please. be sold. Okay. I was like, this is looking a little... It's looking how I want it, but it was looking a little... all the same height. And this looks rough right now, but we haven't done any colors yet. Once we start changing some colors up, it'll look good. It'll look better. I think that's as far as I'm going with that landscaping. I'm gonna get rid of all this because I don't need it. And now we start changing around colors. So the big coloring here you're gonna see is we got a lot of blue. So let's go with some blues. I don't want those to be the same color blue. Oh, I don't like that. Maybe we keep some white. Blues and purples, maybe? Oh, that's got a little bit of everything. Okay. But this mouse drives me insane. I'm scrolling in. Oh no, I want this. Nope, I don't want that. Don't tell me, game. That. Because now I can throw in some pinks because they're on there and some purples because they're on there. And that's going to be pretty much the entire garden. Blues, pinks, and purples, baby, and green. Some of these are still kind of tall. I'm gonna size some of those down. Swap these over to greens. I don't mind the blues on the hostas. I just don't like the way they look in game. I prefer the greens. I had some plants out front that look like this. I have a lot of the ones that look like this though. This, or they have like this, the white edges. They're pretty. Actually, let's do this one, this color. So there's that. Now I do want to do ivy creeping up the sides of one of these. Maybe more than one of these. I know we have that new ivy from Enchanted by Nature. So we'll have to figure that out. Part of me just wants to copy this because I actually like it quite a bit over here. Now the thing is, this is the rebellious ivy, which means it's also a ladder, but it isn't next to anything, so I'm also not too worried about that. Is that too samey? Is that too matchy? Do I care? I don't think I do. So what I'm using currently is from Vampires. I could also like throw this down from Vampires and build off of it. I don't know how high I want to go. I always kind of throw in some of these dead vines. Some people won't do that, but like, you've looked at ivy on the side of a house. Tell me it's all alive. I'll wait. You can't, but go ahead. And again, don't forget you can size down a lot of stuff to try and get some more organic looking shapes here. This house isn't gonna be cheap. None of my builds are, unfortunately, and for that I kind of apologize, but that house was like, hello, please pay attention to me. I did, you're done. I did, you're done. There's that. And then I don't want that. I don't want that. I guess we'll stick with this. I'm gonna do this one here. And I'm gonna use that as the base to pull this up and around. Like that. I think the gardening aspect of this is probably done. In the front. We do have this back to do, but in the front. So we got to figure out step one, terrain tool. We're going to do some dirt. I know we just spent all that time doing grass, but now we get to cover that grass up with dirt. To make the edges of our garden beds here. And then I'm debating if these are the type of Sims that would have a fence around their garden. I am going to do like a debug fence. I'm going to try and find it. I don't know where it is. That is like here, just on the corners, made out of like stone or something. When I say I don't know where it is, what I mean is I don't know what it is. All right? I haven't decided what fence yet. And then I'm just going to don't forget, all of your gardening needs a little bit of dirt underneath it, including your trees. I just hit those very lightly. And continue on around the back here. And don't worry about it being like this under your fence. It's kind of perfect. Because I notice around people's fences, either it's all grass or no grass. There's like no in between. But if you don't like the way that looks, you can always make your circle a little smaller. Make your edges less harsh. That helps too with stuff like that. So if I didn't want this harsh of an edge, I could make this softer. You see how the smaller the circle gets smaller? Which means the closer it gets to the edge, it's hard to do in this spot, the harsher it will become. Like I said, I'm just throwing some dirt down. And then for size of houses, because I go all around my foundation with this, I'm gonna make it smaller for a second. And just do that. It just puts a shadow there. Back to this. Now I know that there are pavers. I just never know where they are. I think they're in here. I did not mean to hit show all, and I did. I'm so sorry. I just want the stones. All right. So we have these like stepping stones. I know a lot of people use these and they love these, and that could work here. It could, in theory, be what we need. I don't know if it is though. So I'm just gonna go through here. Like we also have this. It's just a square one. Just a little square tile. Same with this. This one goes with this set better than this one does. So, but this set comes with these right here. This may be the, I'm leaving these out. I know these are the same stuff. This is what we'll start looking at. I also want to get some rocks. This is, ooh, maybe we don't use actual rocks. Maybe we use Journey to Batu Debug. Maybe that's what we use. Like we have these, but that is very much not what works over here. So I'm not even going to mess with Island Living. Island Living is pretty though. All right, we got these from Love Struck. They're the exact same fucking things. I think they're just a little darker. We have these. We do love us some rocks. You know, these rocks aren't even free from Debug. They're $4. Yeah? Did you like it? Genuine question. I've never worked at a facility where they actually manufacture the thing. I normally am like in the distribution of it after it is manufactured. That's fair. Most warehouses are. Unfortunately. You have a blank spot like this after you're saddled with all your plants, put a rock in it. That's crazy. I'm sorry that you even had to deal with that. But they want 2 weeks notice from me. Kiss my ass. I will never give a job 2 weeks notice. I'm not even kidding. Unless there's a possibility I'm gonna need to come back to that job in the future. Because you don't give me 2 weeks notice when you're gonna let me go. You lay me off. When I'm afraid to go to the doctor's office because of a workers' comp situation, you ain't getting 2 weeks from me. Yeah, that's wild. I have like a hangnail. And it's bothering me. And I almost have it. I've been messing with it for like all morning. Yeah, but like, still, that's crazy. That's wild behavior. If any opportunity I had to get my job in trouble, I'm gonna take it. I'm so for real, don't hire me. I'm kidding. I don't want to get my job in trouble, but if I slip and fall because of the conditions you've created, I am gonna go to the doctor's office and make sure I'm not hurt because it's your fault that I slipped and fall. Slipped and fall. Hell yeah. I know I have a shoulder injury from where I was pushing. We used to have these carts, and they were like probably as if you spread your arms out from like tip to tip of your finger and like this wide, and they would be full of parts for the computers. Typically these were screw carts. and they'd be like 4 things wide, and I was moving one to get it out of my way, and somebody came by and thought it would be funny and spun it, and it jerked my entire shoulder back. I still have issues in that shoulder, but like, as that should have been a workers' comp claim, I was also young and dumb and was more mad that they had done that than thinking about the long-term consequences of said issue. But now, anytime I've ever been hurt at work after that, I go right to my boss. I'm like, I'm going to the doctor. This happened. You need to file a report. I'm filing a report. But like, to be fair, how often, hello Amy, how are you? How often does somebody actually get hurt at work? I think after that, it only happened twice. Somebody said we had new pavers with them. Yeah. It's not something that happens from in the places I've worked. The most dangerous place I worked was probably Amazon. And it wasn't even that dangerous. It was dangerous in the sense that like I worked there when it was temporary season, and most of the temp workers, we didn't care. We didn't give a fuck. We just did what we wanted. But some of them would like throw their carts around. They would like push their cart and then chase it down the aisle. And if you're not paying attention, you will straight run into somebody. But it was, we always thought that shit was funny. I'm not gonna lie. Don't work. If you're a full-time person at a job, if you have permanent like employment at a job, and there's temp workers there and they piss you off, that's valid. I'm sorry. I used to be that person. Yeah, exactly. They don't seem as bad as they are. And they're bad. I don't like any of these pavers. Okay, it's fine. What if we size this up? I don't like any of the pavers. I don't like any of the pavers. That's cool. Love that. Wait, did you just search a journey to Batu? I did just search a journey to Batu. You are correct. You know why? Because Journey to Batu has the best pavers in the game. Not pavers, garden rock. Little rock walls. Right here. Don't play with me. Am I gonna get this to work in a curve? Maybe. No. I don't know. I thought they had a single one, which I may have missed. It may be a little further up, but maybe they don't have a single, and that's okay. Because I will make this work with what I have. Please believe me. Okay. I'm gonna start with the beginning. Is this gonna have to be a small the whole way? This isn't what I want either. It is, but it isn't. I am being indecisive. Don't mind me. Because I want it to be like curved with the thing. And I think the only way to really do that effectively is to use the debug. It's from like Cottage. It's like Space Game. It's like the flower thing. But I don't know if those go bad in live mode. Local pizza is the best. Little mom and shop local pizzas? Oh no, 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 I haven't saved. Game, please don't crash. I can't do this way. Oh my God. I've saved. It's fine. I'm gonna save again.
Savings for chumps.
Jesus.
Don't listen to me. Please save your game.
That's like every builder's worst nightmare. When you've been working on something for an hour and then you haven't saved. Jesus. My game crashed yesterday. 100%. And it hasn't like crashed again, but it has threatened to. And I don't like that. Alright, so now I'm gonna grab our dirt tool. I'm gonna use... Actually, not. I'm gonna use this. The pebbles, please. We also have rough river rock. Yes, we do. Don't play with me. But they have this. Alright then. I don't know why the edges look like that. It's a skill. I do that a lot. I have gone 4 hours without saving one time. I've gone a whole stream without saving. That's valid. Yeah, I don't play on console. Just a little fan in there. Enjoy your lurk, Dart. I know MC Command Center has it so you can, it'll auto save. I'm just trying to smooth out the jaggedness of this edge, don't mind me. And then make this look like a little... Oh! Why are you doing that right on the edge, man? I'm trying to zoom in! I'm gonna need to get it. You know? The only downside to already having done the terrain paint here is if I go to erase anything, I will erase all of that. So this is the only point in time where I have to be careful. I just use shorter brush strokes. That way I can just do that. I'm also gonna make this a little softer. A little softer, so it takes a little longer to show up. Gives you a little more give, you know? I've thought about putting the autosave on, but I'm always like, but what if it doesn't autosave? You know? What if it didn't actually save? I'm going to copy this tree in the back. Because this house needs something large in front. And this tree works. I just want to make sure it's not clipping anywhere. Yes. Okay. Then we're going to go back to our terrain tools and grab our little dirt. And put it underneath. Now I think we do a little spot to sit out here. Maybe come out here, watch your neighbors, talk shit, you know. You know. I'm thinking cafe table with umbrella. Couple of chairs. Dirt. A little smaller. That's what I'm thinking. Alright, the front's done. That's a good front. We'll have to figure out lighting at nighttime. But we're not. Oh, what happened here? Okay. Now I am going to move this tree. We've already got marked where it is. So I'm just going to move it out of my way so we can do this back here. I want to do like a swing set or something here if I can. We've got a lot of garden going on up front, so I'm not too super duper pressed about that. Activities and skills. Outdoor activities. Okay, I like this one from Little Campers. I think it's really cute. We also have the one from Life and Death. I like that it has the little awning over it, but I don't like it enough to use it. We have a toddler and a teen, and I'm trying to remember that. So I'm going to put out this little slide, this little toddler slide. I just know that, you know, toddlers become teens and they need something to do in that time frame. And this is good for the movement skill. Yeah, I like Little Campers. A lot of people like the new swing set that came with Enchanted by Nature. To be honest, I haven't seen it. I can see Island Living. I can see Little Campers. I don't even see the base game swing set in here. Could be blind. Always the probability here. Oh, here we go. This is the one from Enchanted by Nature. It's cute, but it's not for this particular build. The other one I like a lot is the one from Growing Together. These two are my favorite swings in the entire game. I don't like this one. I think it's a little weird. I don't like this one. I think it's a little weird. But that's just me. Growing Together and Little Campers, though, are top tier. I think I'm probably going to go with the one from Growing Together, if we're being honest here. It does. The new everything is its own aesthetic, and I can appreciate that. I can also appreciate that it's not for me. The only thing I don't like about this are the flower boxes on the side, which is what's going to cause me to go with Little Campers. Alright, we're going to have a tree there. So I'm going to, like, put the swing set here. We'll put the slide here. I'm probably going to put landscaping back there. I want to have the marbles and stuff in here, But I don't know, like, this would make sense here. But I don't want to have an all cement back patio. Because I would also like to put a hopscotch down, which would also make sense here. I don't know. We'll figure that out. But for now, I'm going to grab some of this landscaping. Interesting that that wants to float. All I'm doing is dropping it down so it doesn't have a foundation anymore. So these don't float. Oh, I can't do this over here. I forgot. I want that. So it looks like our this stuff is gonna go here. We'll put our tree back. And we'll put our little slide here. Our swing set. How bad is that clipping in my house? Can't tell because I got stairs there. Hell yeah. So I think we're just gonna do these blue around here. And then that would leave me the space to put some planters here. I don't know if the concrete is what's going to stay here, but it is going to be flooring of some sort. So, enjoy your lurk, Vicky. Sorry, I got sucked into that. And then we'll fill this in with some dirt over here, but only to here. And then that is not fully filled in. Over here, we can do hydrangeas in a couple of places. It really is. I got pulled right into that. Drink! Will do. One moment. What's up, Poker? How are you? How's it going? And then I need these little bad boys. These little bad boys right here. I'm gonna turn them this way. And then I'm gonna come in here and just start adjusting things. I think I'm gonna do another little hydrangea bush here, and I do mean, wait, no I'm not. I'm gonna do a hosta. Little bitty baby. I'll change the color of this one and this one so they're not all exactly the same. Those look exactly the same. Don't like that one. That's what I just put down. Don't like that. We'll do that. Put some of this around here. I gotta put one over here. And then I can move this over here. Oh shit! Jesus fuck! Jesus! What's up, Amy? You get that? You get that? I gotta always go into slash. I gotta put you in the thing. I gotta see how many we're at. It always makes me jump. It always makes me jump, man. All right, all right. Also, if you've redeemed, you're fine. That's what it's there. If you redeem the VIP, you get a walk-on. So when you guys, if you have VIP, if you don't have one, let me know what you want it to be. Because I don't pick it for you. You have to pick it for yourself. And if you don't pick it for yourself, then you don't get one. All right? All right. That said, though, we may have to, the next person that redeems VIP, the next person that bumps up, or that gets VIP, the price gets bumped up. Yep. From 50 to 75. And if we run out of VIP slots and it gets redeemed, we do King of the Mountain. I'm gonna put everybody's names on a wheel that's got VIP, and just whoever makes it makes it. If you don't, I'm sorry. That's the fairest way to do it. Yeah. I'm gonna put one more hydrangea bush on the end here. Size it down a little bit. Pop it here. And then I'll put one more of these size down here. All right. I bet you can take care of that. I could theoretically take care of it, but that's how I will take care of it. We are gonna King of the Mountain that shit, and whoever has it has it. All right, and now we're gonna have to do some terrain painting over here. I'm going to use this one right here, and we're just gonna kill some of the grass around here, you know. But obviously somebody takes care of this lawn, so it's not all dead. There's still a little bit of grass left. All I'm saying is y'all don't look sorry to take her. That's all. Can she? Yeah. satisfied with that. I might put these on the outside of this too, actually. Size them down. I'm just gonna take this under the fence. Alright, for our flooring, we gotta figure out what we want to do here. I could line this up with the house. I like that. But I don't like how close it is to this edge. I think I want a 2-tile perimeter all the way around the pool. That way we can use they should still be able to do that. I'm trying to find a spot to put this that's usable, because I also want to be able to put a little table back here too, because I want to put a barbecue. My brain kept wanting to call it just a bar or a garage, and it is neither of those things. It's a barbecue. I want to put a little barbecue in this little corner here. Maybe put a little table here. Put some laying out stuff here. I think that's good. But let's find the correct pathway. That's not what I wanted. I just wanted to see what it looked like. That's all I wanted. All right. I don't think it's going to be wood. We could do like decking situation, but I don't want to do that. Tile. I don't think tile is going to... something like this could maybe work out here. Or the spade tile. But tile is not really what I had in my mind when I was thinking of... Hell yeah, the bumpy tile. Hell yeah. When I was thinking of this stuff out here. Stone is probably more what I thought it was going to be. But I don't want the ones with the stuff in between it, because that would just track all over the place. You know, theoretically, this could work. The grasses almost match. And that almost is enough for me. Alright? We could do this. Like they did a stamped concrete. Maybe in like a... I'm looking to see how I feel about that. I actually don't like that as much as I want to. As much as I want to like it, I don't. This might work. I feel like they would have it like done. Like finished. I do love this tile. I cannot lie. This is my favorite tile to use outsides and around pools. It really is. I think this is what I'm going for. I know that this tile doesn't match any other tile in this house, but it looks good, and that's all that matters to me. I'm sorry. If you need to go, like, exist horizontally, go like I'm absolutely cool with that. I get it. I get it. kind of like that. I'm just looking to see what other options we have. It's so bright for what? I think I'm gonna go with this. I don't need any fountains. I need a wall pattern, tile. I didn't go with Love Struck. What did I go with? The Riviera Retreat pack or whatever it was. No, you're fine. Everybody has, you're allowed to have a bad day. I'm sorry that that's what you're dealing with. I think that's the right one now. And typically you're not coming in here to complain about anything, so feel free to complain when you need to. It's not bothering me. Bit. Heck yeah. Okay. That is an orange pool. I'm in. Pool objects. We need a ladder. And we have this fancy one from the Riviera Retreat kit. And then we have Steam and Ornate. It gives me environment of 2, but does this make it? I bet it is. That's what I tell Mr. Quiv when I go lay down. I need to go be horizontal for a little bit. Look at that sun reflection. Ooh. But these things, it says like everything is steamy. So if I put these in here, can they still swim in a pool in the winter? That's a genuine question. Because that's what I would like. Does that look like? Is that coming up out the water? It is. Make sure that's got enough around it, like in the inside. It's still a little dark. It's still a little scary. You know? Do you make it any brighter? You do. I think I'm going to double up the lights because I like the look of the Riviera Retreat ones, but I like the brightness of these. So I'm just going to... no, I'm not. No, I'm not. I thought about it and I've changed my mind. I'm not going to do that. Let's give them... Why are you up there? Let's give them a diving board. I feel like they would have one of those. Oh shit. You're so right. Let me save. I lost track. This time I'm gonna BRB, but I'm actually gonna go find myself some lunch. So I'll be back. Have some garlic. Have turkey and cheese. I noticed that too, Amy. I was like, all right, man. All right. Change the color of this. Of course. And then I kind of want to put a couple of floaties in the pool. Why do I feel like we got... I'm probably 100% wrong. Why do I feel like we got floaties from Riviera Retreat? Not that. Oh, because they... Are these floaties? Why do these not? It's fine. Why are we asking questions we know the answers to? You know? Let's do these with the orange. Put a couple of those in there. Wow. Get rid of that, but I need to do outdoor cooking, please. Cooking in the outdoors, you know? I think I'm gonna put it right here. Now I gotta figure out which one I want. I think I want this one. And if I put it here, and then go into these counters go with it. I do an end piece and an end piece. It's a nice little built-in, you know. But it doesn't really work over here because it's too long. Maybe we put this here and swap this out for just a normal piece. Okay. What's gonna happen is you're gonna start playing in this house and they're gonna come out and use this counter right here to do all of the cooking, even though there's a fully functional kitchen inside the house. You know? That's what's gonna happen.
Thank you for being a friend.
You get to pick a baby color. I'm gonna assume you're picking purple. I know I didn't do stickers for the last couple of few people. Creative and one other person. But that's your sticker. But you get a baby for the bucket. You want light purple? I keep thinking I have dark purple in here. This is your baby. It is purple, I swear. It looks gray. But it's purple. I showed you the baby butt. It's in the jar. It is. I have a whole bag of debug babies. A whole bag of them. But I'll do this. This sticker will be for last time for creative because she subbed yesterday or some other day this week. I'm not gonna lie to you. It was recently. And then somebody else subbed. I think it was my kid. I can't tell. Could have been Star. I know there's 2 people this week that resubbed, and I appreciate it. I knew Iru was one of them. I'm looking now. Creative did it 2 days ago. It was another Prime. Was it Nicole? Oh, it was Star. Haha, it was Star. Oh, and there was Ruby? I was about to say, I knew there was a Prime. Here, this one will be for Ruby. There we go. It must be that time of the month in multiple ways. I apologize that I did not remember rubies. I do apologize. That one was on me. Isla has been asleep on the back of this futon all day. She smells my turkey. Her and Ava just appeared out of nowhere. No. Mm-mm. They're both staring me down and licking their chops, man. Is this a monster of my own creation? I won't answer that. And then on this one, I do want to put the pizza oven from Home Chef Hustle. Because I feel like they would have one. Once it pops up. Pizza oven. Pizza oven. Is it going to show up or is it named something absolutely ridiculous and it's not going to find it? That's always my question. Hell yeah. Okay. Yeah, pink. It's pink. We'll just leave it this color. Okay. And then Amari's been chilling. She's doing some work. I want the long table for out here. If you know, you know. This one's cute, but it's not the one I'm looking for. This one. This is the one I want. Then I can put this like here. And then we can grab the chairs for it. Here. We'll change colors. I know it doesn't matter where I put these, they're gonna float around the pool. It's fine. That doesn't bother me. I'm just like making sure that everything else is where I want it here. Because if I could pull this, maybe instead we just like turn this, ooh, that'll work. Never mind, don't do that. Because I want it like this. I promise you, if this was an actual real life scenario setup, I would never be able to sit in these chairs because even though I am far enough away from the pool, every time I would go to get out of this chair, I would be afraid I would tip backwards into the pool. This chair, maybe. These two, absolutely not. No, thank you. Let's pick out, I think just like a natural brown color for this is good. All right, there we go. Do we want to put like an umbrella on there? I know we have a couple of debug umbrellas. I don't think we have any. I think this is fine. All right, and then we need poolside lounging options, please. We have this from Desert Lux. We have the Riviera Retreat. I do like that one. I like the idea of this one, but I would be very, very aware of how I would look in that. So it would not do for me. It would not do for me. I know the Sims don't care. And I shouldn't care because, you know, but I do. I can't lie that. This would be okay though. Oh yeah, I like this. What colors? I mean, it's got this orangey one here, but it does come in just a plain old. I'm not giving you my food. Go away. I'm being stared down. Not a little bit, a lot of it. She has not broken contacts. Because she knows I would give her a piece of cheese. But everybody is in here and I can't give her a piece of cheese because then everybody will want a piece of cheese. Okay? Pets and kids, exactly the same. Exactly the same in the sense that if they see you eating it, they want it too. So you've got to hide that you eat it. And if you share with one, you have to share with all. I want this one. I think I want this one for my little living. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Put a couple of those out here. Maybe we move this over here. Okay. And then from the Riviera Retreat pack, I would like this. I'm just gonna put it, you know, in a plain old color right here. I don't like the way any of that looks. It's too bright. The wood tones are the same. I can make this. I can make do with this. I can make do with that. We'll pull these up a little more. So we have a walk-in room. This has towels on it, but you know what I don't see on it? Sunscreen. Excuse me. I need you to go away. Let's try this again with the sunscreen. Nothing? You're not gonna give me anything? Or you're gonna show me everything? Ooh. We'll have one like one's for kids and one's like, I don't know why they make sunscreen specifically for kids. I'm gonna buy baby sunscreen every time because if it's enough to protect a baby's delicate skin, it is enough to protect my delicate skin. Just buy the baby sunscreen. I think it's just more expensive, if we're being honest. I would like for them to have lined up, but I guess that's too much to ask for. And maybe we put a little like citronella candle thing on here. Lighting. Is it in miscellaneous? Yeah. Yeah, we'll pop that there. I think we need a hose. Please, just... I guess it's in wall decor. Thank you. I'm like, I just want the freaking hose. So I can put it here. I'm trying to find another sneaky little spot for it. I did not mean to take a picture. Maybe here on this side. I don't know anybody that would walk through their flowers to get to it. They're not getting one there. Oh, the hiccups are so real. We might be about done. Genuinely and truly. I think all we have left to do is outside lighting. Look how pretty. I love it. All right. Lighting. Outdoor. Let me turn off debug and live edit because I don't need that. We might go with something like this for around the building. And then we could use the matching ones for around the yard. We also have like this, which also goes with like the windows. This goes with the doorknobs. That one has this for one that matches. I think I'm gonna go with the black. Although this one comes in a black. I think I still prefer this one. I think I do. So what I'm gonna do is front door. All over the house here. Back door. Barbecue area. Sometimes you gotta barbecue late at night, you know? It just is what it is. What do you want me to do about it? And then in the garden, we'll pop some of these around. I should probably come down to the main floor here so the camera doesn't keep going up. Please. I'm gonna have to have Mr. Cliff fix whatever the hell's wrong with my mouse because it drives me nuts. And then I think all we need to do is line this with some lights. And for that, I'm going to use these. And I'm not going to line the whole thing. Okay. That one is not lined up, and I will fix that. There. Put that there. I feel like there needs to be a light right here. Okay. And then the only other thing I feel like that needs lights, that needs lit up, is the pool and maybe this table. So we'll put another one of these candles on the table. Because it's a citronella candle. It's supposed to keep the bugs away. And then we will do these here just on the corners of the pool. And then that's it. Oh, no. There's one more thing I wanted to do. All right. Debug and live edits. I don't know. I don't think it's in fences. There are debug fences and fences. I think it's in decorations and in sculptures. I don't know what pack I want to use for this or nothing. This is, I just kind of want like a stone fence or a wood fence. I know the new pack has a really good base game fence. If you're looking for a base game fence in the new pack. The new pack has a new fence that's really nice. It's just not what I'm looking for. I think I'd rather go more with like, it's stone. I think it's too fancy. Or too country. It's one or the other. The only thing about debug is it does take a very long time to go through. It takes an extraordinary long time to go through. And I don't even know if I'm in the right spot for that. I feel like I am. Evelyn. I have nothing for you over here, mama. Not a ting, not a tang. Where are all the fences? Are they just in debug? Does that make it easier? I'm almost done, fortunately. Been working on this build for 86,000 years. Like, if I can't find the fence pieces that I think are gonna work for this, I'm not brokenhearted. I like the way the build looks. I'm satisfied with it. I just feel like these fence pieces, again, don't know which fence pieces I want. I'm hoping they just jump out at me. I think could just be the, you know, piece de resistance. There's so much stuff in debug. I'm not mad at it, right? I use debug items frequently. But like, obviously, every time they add a new pack, a new kit, a new whatever, so much stuff gets added to debug. Like, all of the stuff from Crystal Creations is in debug. This is cool. This little Death Frog page, I like it. All of the different kinds of poop. end up in debug, all of the potions. I'm really looking. I'm really bad at this. This is like when I'm like, fuck it, it doesn't need it. You know what I mean? Like, do I want to try Fitz posts and see how they look there? I'm about to turn my fan up, so if it gets too loud, please let me know. I'm trying not to turn my air on today because it's only supposed to be 71 outside. But if you can hear that fan and it's annoying, please say something. Hopefully my filters like do their job and you don't hear the fan. But if you do, oh, you definitely can. How I feel about that. That might have helped a little bit. That might have helped a smidge. It's still on. I just moved it so it's further away from the thing. I don't think anybody typically cares when somebody has a fan going when they're, you know, streaming. Anybody who plays anything on the computer, especially games like The Sims, know how hot it can get your computer going. I don't think people typically care. That's fantastic. I love that for you. Really? I'm actually surprised. Because if I'm looking at my mic, it's definitely picking up some background noise when I'm not talking. Okay. If it gets to be annoying though or bothersome for real, let me know. I'm somebody with a lot of like, I mean, I was doing the, yeah, like I said, as long as y'all are cool, I'm cool. We were hanging out last night playing The Sims, and I had my Sims going with the music. I had Nicole and Sarah both up in Discord watching them do their Sims with them talking in voice. I had Amaryllis up watching her play Dress to Impress. I promise you guys, that is my absolute favorite thing to watch from her. I love when she plays Palia. I love playing Fortnite with her, but Dress to Impress, hands down, is my absolute favorite thing that she does. I just like seeing the creativity everybody has when they make their outfits. Her being able to walk you through how she does her outfits, I think is fantastic. So I had all of that going plus music. So for me, the fan as background noise, I don't pay attention to because I'm used to having music plus people talking plus a stream up plus whatever game I have going. And I don't think my brain knows how to function without all of that. Because when I don't have it, I don't know what to do. Am I getting closer to the fences? No, there's no fences here. Are the fences in live edit? All right. I will get that set up after stream today. It'll be there and ready for you tomorrow, Amy. They are fantastic. That's where fences are. But you know, like I want to do like the thing where like you have a fence here and then you have the same fence over here. But then they do this thing where they like go down. You know? That's the vibe. Oh yeah, that's true. My phone alarm did go off for like 5 minutes and I didn't hear shit yesterday. Which is wild because like if my mic is here, the phone was like here. Yeah, it's just like, it is currently 68 degrees outside. So like I have my window open. I have another like window at the end of the hall open, but I don't have anything to pull the air in. That's all. Because I have a little fan that sits in the window to pull the fan in, but Mr. Quibb has that because he does not have an air conditioner in his room, so he's been using that in there. And it's not an issue. I can't say it hasn't been an issue until now, because it's still not an issue. That's a big old fence. Never mind, never mind. I may end up using the fence from the new pack, because it's the only one that I know does the thing I want it to do. Yeah, but it was also like 90 degrees where you are yesterday. I think that's what you said, like 90 or something. It was like 80 something degrees here. But we're in for a cool streak for the next 3 days, where it's going to be in the mid 70s. And then in this weekend, let me verify that I give the correct information. I'm pretty sure this weekend it is back up in like the 80s. Oh, no, we're good. We're in the 70s for this week. Today through Monday, that's 70, 73, 79, 76, and then it's like 84, 78, 84. I love it here. Ooh, Wednesday's gonna be spicy weather-wise. I love that. Yeah, it was hot as hell where you were yesterday. It was hot. The thing is, and I say this, everybody, yeah, that's this guy. I keep forgetting it's not even like noon for you yet. Minnesota gets hot. It gets hot up here, don't get me wrong. But like the thing about Minnesota that gets you is the humidity. And everybody will say, it's not hot, it's humid. And people are like, that doesn't make sense. Humidity. It was 90% humidity yesterday. It could be 68 degrees outside with 90% humidity. You walk outside and you are instantly sticky. Okay? You can't breathe because there's too much water in the air. I would rather be hot and not sticky. That's all I want. If it's gonna be hot as Satan's asshole outside, I would like it for it to not be humid as Satan's asshole outside too. Just one or the other will suffice. Thank you. That's all. Cause like even today, it's like 78% humidity. You know, Mr. Quibb is on this. He wants to move, which is fantastic. Except he's wanting to move somewhere like where it's warm all year. He keeps bringing up Texas. I don't want to move to Texas. I just don't want to move to Texas. But I'm like, you're going somewhere where I have lived here for like 15, 16, 17 years, where it's humid, and you want to send me somewhere it's not, and I'm just gonna turn into fucking SpongeBob going, water. Yeah, it's awful, man. The humidity is the worst. I always find it so funny and fascinating when people on Twitch like are around other people on I know Twitch is a big thing, but like for this community, it's always funny to me. Like Creative and I are close to each other. Perry lives not that far either, honestly, given, you know, I don't know Perry's address, you know, I don't know exactly where they live. I just know they probably live within 3 hours of me. I can't ever remember if it's KV or Codex, but they lived within probably 4 hours of me. And how many of y'all lived in Ohio at some point when I was there? You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy if you stop and you realize, like, in that 3 hour radius of where you live, how many other people in our community live, and like we have little pockets, and somehow we all end up in the same space. All of you Pacific Northwesterners, you know. I know, and I don't mind crispy and extra crispy, but I don't, you know, I'd rather not. I think that's the same with every state. Like when I tell people Minnesota has marshland, they think I'm crazy. I'm not. Minnesota has marshlands. I could show you a picture of Minnesota marshlands, and probably I can't do Florida because they have mangroves and we don't have mangroves up here. But like swampland somewhere in the south, and I it would be hard pressed for you to find a different in vegetation. We get storks and cranes. We just don't have the alligators. And if it wasn't too cold, I think we would. If it didn't get so cold in the winter, I do think we could have us a gator or two up here. Again, we do have my nephew convinced alligators exist in Minnesota, Wisconsin. It's fantastic. There's a place up here called the Minnesota Dells, or the Wisconsin Dells. It's not Minnesota, it's Wisconsin. They're called the Wisconsin Dells. It's a tourist trap. It is. It's 100% a tourist town. They have 15 million water parks and like Ripley's Believe It or Not and Wizard Quest, like all of those things. When you think of a tourist town, like tourist trap town, that's what the Wisconsin Dells is. And they put out this little newsletter occasionally, and in one of the newsletters, it talked about the alligators of Wisconsin. And my nephew, he was 7 at the time. He's now 9. He doesn't know to vet your sources. And when your mom and your dad and your older sisters and your uncle and your aunt are all telling you that this is the proof you need that there's alligators up here, you're gonna take that for what it is. When the day he realizes we've all betrayed his trust comes, I'm gonna be a little sad because he's gonna be upset, but I'm also gonna laugh my ass off. It's harmless, you know? It's just a little gator. It ain't gonna get you. Not up here. But they went down to Florida to visit my sister-in-law's sister, and they did see a alligator in real life. And my nephew thought that was both the coolest and the scariest thing he's ever seen. Yeah, see, I want a fence that does this, where it like drops down on the end. Thing is, I want that. I want to see what it looks like. And I know as soon as I put it up, I'm going to hate it. You know? That's just what's going to happen. I'm like, actually, don't love. Exactly. We do get, I don't think there's, I know that there are people in my area that get put in. I guess I don't agree with this. Please just take this for what it is. That I guess there's like a lottery where you can hunt a bear. Like there's only like 8 permits a year. I don't know what bear. I don't know the purpose. I just think it just is what it is. And I know there's people in this area who put in for that, but I don't know where they're going. I know it's in Minnesota, but I don't know where. So there are, like, I know there's bears up north. We were in bear country last year when we went camping. Like, to the point where the people at the campground said, if you wake up and there's a bear outside your camper, do not get out your camper. Like, if there's a bear outside trying to get into your camper, stay in your camper and go out the emergency window if they make it in. Like, it's a real thing up there, but not down here. We've got wolves, but not like a huge pack. There's wolves, like, somebody told me within like 40 miles of where I live, there's wolves. Probably closer than that, because they live out in the country and they have to deal with them occasionally, but not all the time. Outside of that, that's all the wild. We got cougars, mountain lions. I don't know what the difference is. I think they're the same thing. Pretty sure they are. They're the same thing in my head. Cougars and mountain lions. I know we've got those bobcats. I know those are different. What else can I talk about till I find this fence that I hate, you know? I haven't even found it yet, and I've decided I hate it. I wish this had, I know this was specifically for island living, but I wish it did have a couple of regular, like, not island living swatches. Yeah, just, you know. See, that's scary. Yeah, we have coyotes. The only time I've seen a bear is when we were up where we were camping last year. They had a bear sanctuary and a wolf sanctuary, and we went to each of those. Yeah, that's scary as shit. Like, we go on the bike trails, and he doesn't know this. This is how bad my anxiety is with stuff like that. We'll be going on a bike trail, and I'm worried that shit is gonna be in the woods just stalking us. I'm on a bicycle. I still don't know. Like, I'm on an e-bike, but like that's how my brain works. I'm like, there could be a mountain lion out here or a coyote out here, and I'm slow. I'm not gonna make it away. But like, I'm trying really hard not to let that prevent me from going and having fun, because it will. Like, we were riding and we couldn't tell if it was a rattlesnake or not. I know that sounds weird, but there's some bugs that make very similar noises. Yeah, see, that will prevent me from going to that place. And I have a deep-seated fear of snakes. I do not like them. They freak me out. Like, right now, I'm fighting myself to pull my feet off the floor. But we couldn't tell what it was. And the whole time we were in that area again, like, my feet are up. I'm like, they're not gonna, like, we're not gonna run across them on the path, right? They're not gonna be, like, sunbathing. I can't with snakes. That's, like, a genuine thing. Yeah, I think we don't have a lot of venomous snakes up here. I believe rattlesnakes are the only venomous snakes we have up here. And fortunately, 9 out of 10 times, they're going to let you know they're there, right? You're not going to sneak up on a rattlesnake. And it's not going to sneak up on you. They're going to let you know. So, like, but we had, like, garter snakes and stuff. I don't like any snake. They're not for me. I won't bother them. They won't bother me. I'm not like, they shouldn't exist. I am like, please stay away from me. Thank you. Yeah, see, I want a fence that does this, but like way smaller. Enjoy your lurk. Yeah, when I lived in Ohio, we had some. I used to live by the river. And we had, like, there was a lot of river snakes and rat snakes. Like, that's one of the reasons I don't like them. You couldn't go outside without them being there. And that's what started it for me. Because I have brothers, you know? They like to do brother shit. And older brothers are worse. He's one of the big reasons I have a fear of snakes. He also tried to give me a fear of spiders, but that one didn't work. He was successful with the snakes. That one he did do. I don't think I'm gonna find... I'm just gonna look at the one from Enchanted by Nature because I'm curious what it looks like. Everybody seems to love it. And I just need to love it too. I need to get a new fucking mouse. Holy shit. Alright, we've seen all this. I think they're tripping. I don't think there is... It's cool. We don't need a fence. What's up, Tommy Pickles? How are you doing? Oh no, that sucks. I'm sorry. Hopefully the beginning of your plans were a good time though. I did. It's not my fault. I think I'm done with this. There's your house. I'll upload it to the gallery. I say it's your house, like, here's the house. I did build it for y'all. I don't know that I would have built this house for me. We have 2 more lots over here. I think I'm gonna do... a residential lot here, but I want to do a playground lot here. There's really not, though. That's what Isla does, man. Alright, let me save this. I will upload it to the gallery. I'm not changing the name of it. It will be under Brook Bungalow. Bungalow de Brook. Save lot. It is very expensive. It is very expensive. You definitely need money cheats for this, or have been in your legacy save for a while. I love when they do that. I love when they do that. Like, listen here, you little shit. I hate that you have the hashtags or things. I get it. It makes it easier to find what you're looking for. But I'm gonna get a job at a real estate company. I was gonna keep going with this description. I was like, I need to stop. This is The Sims. Listen, the pickles, if you're an athlete, pickles are so good for you. It's like Gatorade. It's full of electrolytes. And if you like pickles and you like a pickle slushie and you just got done on a run and it's hot outside, I can see where a pickle slushie would be appetizing, you know? I would be appetizing, hell yeah. I love pickles though. I do love me a pickle.
Hello.
What's up, Angel Sweetie Pie? How are you? Yeah, they also drink Clamato juice. Those are the people. V8, if you drink V8, I'm gonna look at you. I'm gonna look at you a little sideways. You drink Clamato juice? I'm so good. If anybody in here drinks Clamato juice, you can try to defend it, but I don't think I would ever hear you out on that. I'm sorry. Who even thought to put that together? Clams and tomato juice? I'm so good. Oh no, cutie! Oh no. V8 or Clamato juice? V8, I can let you have that. Oh Lord, she's talking about Clamato juice. No, she could still be talking about V8. Maybe she's making like a V8 margarita. No, she is talking about Clamato. I love how she never confirmed. Oh no! Oh no! Have your Brook bungalow. I like the. I know. V8 and Clamato. CLAM. I think it's ATO or something. It's like clam juice and tomatoes together. Clamato juice. Okay, that build is up. Let me go ahead and save and we'll pick our next juice. Our next lot. Y'all got me fucked up over here. Clamato juice. Listen. Which lot? This is gonna be our park. Because I don't have one of those anywhere, really. So this is gonna be a park, and this is gonna be a residential. Let's do a park. Let's fuck around with a park. Aren't those just picklebacks? You don't like pickle juice? Listen, I will defend the pickle juice lovers. I will let the V8 lovers have their thing, right? I'm gonna neither agree or disagree with you if you're a pickle lover. You Clamato people are on your own. All right, that's between you and whoever wants to pick that fight. Couldn't be me. All right, all right. I do like pickles. All right, I'm not trying to bully you, chat. I'm not. If you love Clamato juice, I'm so happy for you. And you can have all of mine. All of it. It's all for you. All right, we're gonna put down the basics. Oh, I do love me a pickle. V8 has like this juice one though. They have like this strawberry one. I like that one. Oh man, I love chat. I love y'all so much. You don't understand. You do not understand. Y'all are both unhinged and like chaos, but you're also like comfort, you know? I don't know what I would do if I didn't have y'all to like talk about Clamato juice with, of all things. I do. If I want a pickle, I'm gonna have him. I want a pickle. I want a pickle. I got a pickle. Hey, 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 hey. Come on, man. I got 2 pickles. I got 2 pickles. I got 2 pickles. Hey, 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 hey. That's him. He loves some pickled garlic. Same. I have a jar of Mount Olive pickles in my Frigidator, and it's like the whole like big pickle. I can't eat all of one anymore, but I used to eat one of those like every day. I love pickles, and they're a good little snack, man. All right, toilet check, sink check, bench. I need to see how much room we have here. Check. A chess table. A patio table. Let's just do like one of these. You know? Hell yeah, the juice. Uh-huh. And if you get me a pickle in a bag, I'm drinking the juice out of the bag before I eat the pickle. I will save a little bit in the bottom of the bag for when I'm done with the pickle. Not the Clamato. I can't say it. I'm sure I've never had Clamato juice. You are talking to somebody who has actively never had one. Outside patio chair. So this patio table counts, but the outside patio chair doesn't?
Wait a minute. Wait, first of all, you're not gonna speed past that like you didn't just say what you just said.
I said what I just said. There ain't nothing you can do about it. Alright, what kind of equipment do we need? Let's do this. Let's do monkey bars and a swing set. We don't have a base game swing set? That's wild. Okay, okay. I'm gonna do the Love Struck swing set. It feels like a kid's playground play set. I'm gonna pull out all of the things that I need. I kind of want to put this down for the toddlers. Okay. I think this is, because this is what we have to have. This is what we'll have. I'm gonna think about how I do this here. I feel like the little toddler section should kind of be back in its own little area. And they're gonna start in a minute, so you guys know. I do want 2 of those, and I think I want 2 of these as well. Alright, then we'll arrange. The other thing I'm gonna put out here is a little food cart, either from Eco Lifestyle or something. Okay. Here's some Gartic. Like I said, I'll leave my mic on. You'll see what I'm doing down here in the corner. We're good to go. I'm looking to see what other venues we have. Just because this family... Why does my terrain paint look like that? Why does my terrain paint look like that? You're good. You're good. You go do what you need to do. I'm not... I'll just re-download that log later. We're gonna ignore it. Alright, we're gonna use these same bushes. You go away. Around the edge of the lot. These right here. And we're just gonna put these all around. I'm gonna leave a couple of openings just so we have, like, if you came over from here, I don't know how you would get through there, but you know, I'm not leaving any openings. Be for real. Oh, this fucking mouse is really pissing me off. It's really starting to frustrate me a lot. I'm gonna take it into him after stream and see if he can figure out a way to stop it from doing what it's doing. He says I need to clean it, but I don't know how. It's a fucking mouse. I can't, like, put it in the sink, you know? Do I need canned air to clean it? I don't have that. I have a vacuum. I might do a little opening back here. Alright. Put me with one of these over here. I want this little section here to be like where the chess table, a couple of these picnic tables. We'll put benches around, right? Like we'll put a bench here, we'll put a bench here. But we'll put more benches over there. An avocado. I was watching, there's this YouTuber. I love this YouTuber. Their name is Guga. Alright? If you get the chance to watch a Guga video, I love him. But the way he says coconut. Love it. Love it. Coconut. I think I'm actually gonna close off this right here. and put the bathroom here. This feels like the most centralized space, and it's close to the toddlers. So, if, you know, not that it matters. Your toddler can't go into this bathroom to use the restroom. But if you were potty training, it's close to where the toddlers play. I have no idea what they want that to be, because that is like a scale. Wow, okay. See, I don't know my constellations. I don't know my astrologies. We're gonna tuck this right back here in the back. And I'm also gonna like fence this little part off. This is not the fence I'm using. You know, like we'll fence this area off. Toddlers can be in here. Toddlers are menaces, so they need to have their own space. Don't tell me I'm wrong. Alright, and then we can put like the swing sets back here. We'll put a tree in the corner. And then we can put these monkey bars here. Yeah, that works. It's very like an organized park, but a lot of parks are a very organized thing. Alright, and then we can have like a path that runs through here. You know what I wish we had in this game? Water fountains. You know, like you could drop a little water fountain on the stuff. I think that would be cute. I love him. I'm not making fun of him. I swear I'm not. I'm just gonna pull these all in a little bit so the fence touches the bush. That's what you need your fence to touch, a bush. There we go. And then I can pull this to like here. I can do a few chess tables up front here. So if we did one like here, here. I would like to fit 3 in here is what I would like to do. So maybe we pop these over here. Alright. That's our entryway. We grab some dirt, rub some dirt on it, you know. So our pathway would be like this through here. We have an offshoot here, and then this here would be whatever foundation, whatever I put down is not our permanent foundation. Just note. I would put a concrete slab here. Pop down a couple of picnic tables. Build a pergola. Again, we are just using filler furniture at this point in time. Roughly. Actually, I think in order for this to do what I need it to do, I need to actually build the walls because I want it to have a ceiling. Do I want it to have a ceiling? Because we may not do a ceiling. I just want it to be like one of these kind of situations. Can you tell what I'm comfortable building? Grab some spandrels. Again, these are just here until I find what I want. We'll throw on some dark ceiling here. Yeah. I don't think I can drop this down any lower. What if we tried the glass ceiling? I'm just curious. I just want to see what it looks like. That's not a wall. I was like, no, that's absolutely under miscellaneous. The glass ones are. What if we tried like this? And then we did delete the ceiling. I think that's okay. I think that's okay. I might be able to fit a little more in here. Alright, put this here. Like that. Then I could grab a couple more picnic tables. And then the only other thing I want to put in here, I might move this way. If you're playing at the toddler park, listen. I hope nobody dropped a dookie. That's all I can say. I want this here against this. But I also want the availability to put... Here we go. I was about to say, the food stalls. I have one that I like the most. It's the one I put on all of my park community lots. And it is this guy from Eco Lifestyle. The coffee thing. I think it's perfect for little spots like this because it looks like somebody rolled up here with it attached to the back of their vehicle. And that they could roll out of here with it attached to the back of their vehicle. Whereas these are like a stationary stand. And that's why I use this one so much. I don't think we have any other food stands that are like that. Oh, well, we have this guy. This one's just flowers, though. This is new, the apothecary stuff. I don't think we're gonna have apothecary in the middle of Willow Creek Park. Does Base Game not have food stalls? I think I'm gonna do this. I know it's Nordhaven thing, but I think we could put that here. You would have to hire a vendor. I think I'm gonna move this. So we have one here and the bakery next to it. And then we can put the toilet back here, probably. Put the toilet here. And we'll just do a little shuffling. Maybe we just do one of these. We can move these down. Gotta be pretty far back. Okay. Yes, okay. I'm happy with this. Now, let's actually figure out what we're doing here. Our roof is not on fire, so we don't need no water. It's not going to. Why? Because it's metal. And the roof trim is going to be maybe this one from Businesses and Hobbies. Our spandrels are also going to be the Businesses and Hobbies spandrels. Okay, and then for our columns, Businesses and Hobbies has some nice columns. Don't get me wrong, I like them. And I feel like because all of this is also Businesses and Hobbies, you know, including this, maybe we should do Businesses and Hobbies columns. But I don't want, where is the round? Is it you? I need the one with the suitcase with the money sign, not the one with just the suitcase. Here you are. We'll do this one in this color. Alright, let me get rid of these pillars. Put in these. See how we look. Do we love? I do kind of love. There we go. We are gonna do concrete. I do think maybe this concrete could be good in here. I think just plain old concrete, man. 4 simoleons each. Where's my free one? That's all 4? I need a free concrete. Let's do this. The concrete slabs. And then I'm going to carry those over here. And then we can do like this. Oh, I can move these back. Oh, no, I can't. I can't. They have to be able to get into them. I'll do that. You can put stools here. I've mentioned this. This mouse really is driving me insane. I've mentioned this before. If you go into the bar stools category, you can put bar stools on these and give customers a place to sit. I'm not going to do that because they're gonna have a little picnic area over here. But you can. Let me just carry this through like this. I'll just do that. Well, there you go. And that's like any of the food stalls. If I go in, any of them that have this on the side where that extra space is, you can put bar stools on. And I'm pretty sure that's like every food stall. Except for like these little carts and these little ones here, you can't do. But even on these, you can put bar stools on. All right. Let's make these dark brown to go with our dark brown trim. We'll start changing our colors around here. I like the blue. The blue is fun. I think all of our stuff has a blue swatch. This one doesn't have a blue swatch that I love. This has yellow. Yellow and pink and red. I like the blue though. Black swings would be so hot to sit on. I do know that. I do know that. Do you come in the yellow? Just the first one. That's fine. Maybe we do that and we keep these in the blue. Because I do like the blue. Blue brings me joy, you know? And then I'm gonna give this a little bit of an angle. Tuck it back here a little bit. Because again, that's all the footprint that needs. Okay. I can do a park in no time. I can do a park in no time. I love a park. Alright, let's see here. What actual park bench do we want to use here? We have the traditional wooden park bench. I think I'm going to use the ones from Jungle Adventure. Snowy Escape has little cushions. You know, don't need that. We have this one, which is plasticky, could also work. These are nicer than I would put in a park. Not gonna lie to you. We have the ones from Romantic Garden. Again, the ones from... Where are you? Ooh, this one's also cute. From Love Struck. Not what I want, though. There you are. These I like because they have that beat up element to them. They look like they've been outside for a while. They look like they've been used and abused, and it doesn't matter which swatch you get. They're all ugly, and I love that. So I'm gonna pretend that this has been replaced recently, so it's nice and shiny and new. And then we have a couple of these. They're a little more weathered. Perfect. Perfect. Let's pick our fence that we're actually going to use. It's for toddlers. You know, we could do this. Because it's not really... I'm not worried about people getting in and out of here. We'll put a fence here. I'm worried about toddlers escaping. Escaping toddlers, not fun. We have blue and yellow? We do. Although it does have purple on it. Why does that look purple? Oh, that's weird. Depending on how the light hits it, it's like a duochrome. Sometimes it's purple, sometimes it's blue. Interesting. We'll do the same fence. I forgot how much I hate this fence. Because they didn't give us a matching fucking... There we go. Well, maybe we move these over here. And then you can have like an in and an out situation. Move it over one more. And then we can put some trees in. So we already know we're gonna put a big old tree in here. Big mamba jamba right here. Provide shade for a lot of this area actually. And it explains why the fence is the way it is, you know? With that tree in and this, I don't wanna. I can look to see about getting one off of the gallery. But that's the only way I'm putting a tree house on this building. Only if it fits the space. Tree house. Apparently my caps lock is on. Ooh, this is cute. I know. It just depends on whether or not it fits. And like, Honestly, the probability of getting a tree house in the park, you're not gonna find a tree house in the park. I'm vetoing it. Sorry, Chad. Sorry, Chad. Not happening. We're just gonna do a tree. And put it there. I don't want it to impact the kids trying to swing, you know? Sometimes you gotta go for height. Going for distance. You're going for speed. What's wild is this is almost done. Because all I'm doing is erasing right here. I'm just gonna erase all of this path. I'm gonna take this grass. Yeah, what are y'all having for lunch? I had sliced turkey and a cheese stick is what I had. It was delicious. Dirt. Don't like that dirt. I need some darker dirt. And a smaller circle. Okay. We're doing the same thing over here. I'm just kind of tapping it around all of the other places because I'm not looking for a really harsh line. I just leave a little shadow. Here we'll do a little more because the kids will stand here to play. And then in here, I'm gonna make the circle bigger and just do that. All right. What are these called? Benches. Not rice with a side of stress, man. Should we do this fence from... That's a long fence. It is the only... We won't do that. So we have a lot of businesses and hobbies. Jungle adventure. Do I have to limit my packs? No. Am I? Just to see if I can sometimes. All right. I want like a nice looking, we could do this. Maybe. I don't like that. I don't want that one bit. I like these ones from Get Famous. And it is because they have advertisements on them. You are correct. I think that makes sense. So we'll put this one here and we'll just put it in a different one there. So we have those, and then pull this, and we can do I lost it. Here it is. We can do one here. We can do like this one. Maybe it's an advertisement for the coffee shop that's here. We can do another one of these over here. The soda one makes sense. I think that's good. I think this is done. Which is wild. Because that took me no time. I'm gonna go with these. I feel like I'm missing something, but I know I'm not because I did the thing where I put down everything I need first. Listen, I just like to build community lots. Alright? Let's make it nighttime. Get some lights in here. Maybe we do some of these. How bright are those? That's not what I thought it was. I was about to say, I know one of these has like lights on them, but it's a thinner stick. There's this one, which I don't hate, but I don't love. There's this one. It's a little modern. It's a little sleek. I do love putting these in chest areas. I'm not gonna lie, but I don't think it is right for this build. We have these. I'm looking to see what is here. Okay. These are similar to what's here. So I might just use what's already here. Let me pull up base game. And debug. Live edit, whatever it is. Alright, these are what's here. That doesn't really produce a lot of lights at all. Get in that window, little mama. Still doesn't produce a ton of light. Hey, now get off of there. Get off of there. I guess I'll just use what I was gonna use. This right here. So I'll pop this on corners. That's what I was worried about on this one. Okay, it's good. It's clear. We're good. And then I will grab these to also throw. No, just kidding. We'll put these here. And then I'll put these here. We'll pop one of these in between here. Although I don't know if they will be able to walk in between that, if we're being honest. But that's where that's going. And then I think I'm just going to do a couple of these puck lights. Oh, hiccups. I know that the ceiling is slanted. This is mid, I believe. That's where I'm putting them, regardless, if that's mid or not. Alright, and then we gotta put our roof back up. Wow. Love that. Why are you so high? do that. And then we will raise all of these up using tool. I'm just gonna 0.05 this. Oh no, I'm not. If I do a 0.1. I knew I was pushing my luck there. I think that is probably good. Those are close enough. That lights that area up pretty good. I'm not worried about the rest of this. Park closes at dusk. Go home. Y'all got 2 builds in one day. 2 finished builds in one day is wild. But a park is easy. There's your park. Let's throw on convivial. I'm sorry, convivial. I'm gonna make it. I kind of want to make it a teen neighborhood. And toddler friendly. I definitely want to make it toddler friendly. A teen neighborhood means more teens will hang out around in the neighborhood that surrounds the slot. And I think for us to have a teen across the way, and I think we have a teen in the house next door. I think I am going to make it a teen neighborhood. We'll make sure this house, I don't know what we'll do there. Maybe they like hanging out at the coffee shop, you know. And we'll call this Willow Creek Park. That one I did change. That's a decent park, man. That's a decent park. Save it. That's cheap. Family park includes an area dedicated to toddlers, 2 market stalls, swings, monkey bars, and what are those called? A playground. Ooh, have fun. I haven't played 10. I have played 14. I like it. Don't have kids. Oh, no, I don't want to say that. Great for the whole family. As it also has a covered picnic area with chess, tables, and with cess tables, I think places to eat your packed lunch. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. There you go. Look at that. 2 builds one day. We did it. Didn't even know that that's what we was gonna do, but that's what we did. There we go. I'm gonna go just chatting because we only have 15 minutes left, and I'm not about to start making a residential lot in 15 minutes. That's not happening. You good?
Peaches, 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 peaches,
Shelby. How are you? Hey, how you doing? Yeah, I'm doing mighty fine. All right? I just want you to know that. Sugar, you're so fly. All right. Let's see where we want to go. Where shall we go today? Oh, well, apparently it's World Emoji Day, and you can get, and there are 5 brand new Hype Train emotes. Interesting. If you click that, because it showed up as a little inbox thing for me, right? And I was like, what is this about? If you click it to get more information, it brings up all the channels that are currently live. They're like, how's Hype Train going? That's crazy. I'm sorry you want to fight the kid today. If you, you know, if you need to fight other things, you let me know. I can pop into, we can go fight 12-year-olds together here in about an hour and a half after I'm done having lunch. We can go beat up on some 12-year-olds in Fortnite. Hell yeah, we can. I was going to play Fortnite last night, but what happened was, and what will probably happen again tonight, is I got sucked into The Sims. That's what happened. I am looking for where to go. Chronically is on. I know we've rated them recently. I like Chronically. They are a console player. If you, I promise you, if you, sometimes we tell you guys no because we're talking like real life shit. But if I'm on and just goofing around and you catch me before like 7 on, I will probably run some games with you. 7 o'clock is kind of my cutoff where I'm like, I'm done being in like streamer mode and I'm ready to be in fuck off with friends mode. And I'm not saying you guys aren't friends, but like we have like conversations, you know, like all of that jazz. So you guys understand when you're hanging out with your friends, you talk completely differently than you would hanging out with like other people. So are you gonna be on long enough? Ooh, she's probably getting off soon. I'm doing it. We're gonna go say hi to Raina. We haven't been able to pop in and say hi to her. She got me last time. I'm gonna return the favor. I am ending a little early, but that's because again, I don't want to start another build. So she was playing some game the other day. I can't remember what it was. But she was like a taxi driver. The art style on it was fantastic. I like stuck around for longer than I normally do to watch a stream. It was good. But guys, I will see you later. If, like I said, if you catch me on Fortnite before 7 p.m. Central, that's 8 p.m. Eastern, I am typically, unless I'm like playing with somebody who's streaming, down to like run a few games. But just be mindful. And you guys always are. You guys have never ever made me feel bad for being like, hey, I'm ready to like play with, you know, people that I can just be a fuckstick with. But yeah, if you see me on, the worst thing you can do is invite me to party and I decline. But if that happens and you're in my Discord, I typically send a message like, hey, I'm not chilling with people tonight. So, but yeah, grab your raid message, the first raid message with the dancing dinosaur. Anybody can use. Follower, not follower, subbed, not subbed, whatever floats your boat. That's for you. You have a fantastic rest of your day, party gamer girl. I hope the rest of your day is the best day ever. And that tomorrow's even better. The ones with the cats and the frog butts, you can use if you're subbed. If you want to use it not subbed, it just says the emote name instead of showing the emote. All right, so grab the one you like. I'll see you over there. You have a fantastic rest of your day. Remember to take care of yourself. That's more important than anything. And then take care of everybody else. Have a fantastic rest of your day. Goodbye.